Hello and welcome to Season 2, Episode 4 of the Discordancy Podcast. Now, if you're currently watching this podcast right now, you will notice that I am not on our house. Look at that. That's a campfire. That's not in our house. Look at this. This is also not a part of our house because I am not in our house. I'm not filming this inside a room, like inside a room from our house. We're actually currently in Sikyop Agriculture Cooperative, I think it was, which is in Laulawon, Rogongon, Iligan City. Yes, I'm still in the same city, but in a completely different environment. So, yeah, you will notice that there's a campfire here, that the setup, the look is different for this episode because this episode will be the two firsts on because on because on this episode you will see that you will notice that this is the very first episode where I'm on location and the very first episode for the month of April. Now, what am I going to talk about in this episode? Well, it is still March 29th as I film this, but you will see this on April 5th. So today we're actually going to talk about I'm going to talk about the experience here in Sikyop. So, but before that, I will go a bit of a story time for Monday, Thursday, because I will also do a bit of a story time for today, Good Friday. So, Monday, Thursday, March 28th. Some visitors, which you will probably won't see here, arrived in our house, and at about 8 a.m., we decided to go on a swim. We went to El Lauriento Holiday Spring Pool, I think it was. It's in Buruan, Iligan City. And we were there just taking a bath. You'll go swimming, 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 all that. Now, I know it's a bit difficult to film this with people in the background, especially my family members, like my family and my extended family. It's a bit difficult. I'll be honest, I could have just filmed this inside the room that we're currently staying in, but no, I just want to film the campfire beside. Okay, it seems like there are a little bit less people than before. So let's continue. So we were just there swimming and swimming and swimming. And about 2 p.m., I think it was, yeah, 2 p.m., we decided to go to Barangay Tibanga to visit someone's house. We were there for, just to celebrate Monday, Thursday in a nice way, you know. Then we, yeah, we just went home after that. There you go, yeah. So, on to our Good Friday, to my Good Friday story time. It's 8:37 p.m. as I film this right now. So, yeah, I don't. Yeah, of course, I know why I'm filming this in the middle of the night. It's because there are little to no people right now. Look at that. Look at the campfire. It's empty. Nobody's in there. On my left, actually on my right, nobody's in there. On my left, nobody's in there too. So, Good Friday, March 29th, which is the day that I'm filming this. So about 7:50 a.m. I woke up and just decided to do some things that I would normally do in a day. Eat breakfast slowly, not taking a bath immediately. That. But then all of a sudden, we were then rushed by our parents because we're going here on the place that I'm filming this. So yeah, we were like my parents were like, we're going to Sikyop, go like be quick, and then we decided to be rush, rush, rush. So by 9 a.m. we were like on the move. We stopped by a bit at Price Gardens because that was like the designated meet-up place for all of my extended family. Mm. Nandiyan sa bag ko. Yan, pinakamalaki. Nandiyan lang, pinakaharapan. Saan sila? Magano? Okay. So we were then like rushed because then we were going to Price Gardens. Yeah. Then after that we were going from like a very long way. It was like I don't know, half an hour away from Price Gardens to here in Sikyop. Then we were like resting for about 2 hours, and then after that we decided to go on a trek. Like we were trekking. So the trekking was the absolute most tiring experience I have ever done. Like we visited 4 places, and it was so difficult to achieve. We had a long trek, just like curvy road, and our first stop was like a river, I think it was. So we went there. We went to the river. Then you know, uh, we like went there to, like explore the river because it was part of our journey, and I was like swimming in there. I had my phone, my earphones, I had my phone, my earphones, and my glasses. And I also had 2 Aquafloss bottles and a plastic bottle. So that was like all the things that I carried. We were going on a river, so it was very, very dangerous to like submerge them underwater. And like we were like in the middle, like halfway of the river because it was like very, very long. It took us, I don't know, half an hour, I would guess. Then after that, we went to on a cave, which had very little water because it was just stagnant. There was no water at the moment, and yeah, we just went there. Then after that, we were like going on a I don't know. We were going on just on a very, very long walk because then the we just went there, and then it took us so long to walk. It was so tiring. By the way, I I'll be honest, I really wouldn't like I would have given up so easily if I was just all by myself. Like when I'm near the finish line or when I'm near the end of the trekking, I would just simply just sit down and burn, I would say, because it's very, very hot. Like, really, it was so tiring. I had. I'm currently at 17,495 steps. That's a lot of steps, okay? That's 7,000 steps, I would say, just from the river alone. Because, god damn, we had to swim a lot from there. So, all I could say is if you want to go here, just don't do the trekking, or unless you're, I don't know, competitive or athletic or an idiot, then you could say, yeah, I would recommend you trekking here in Sikyop Agriculture Cooperative. Okay, so that was only 11 minutes into this episode. So, I actually don't know what to talk about. I don't make some comments about my family. No, that would just be harsh to them because I've already done that before. Uh, Look at that. The fire, the bonfire is like dying. Like it's now shrinking. That was lit on fire at 8:08, 8:09 p.m. Yeah, so just about 35 minutes before I filmed this, which is why. Yeah. Uh I anyways, I'm really really sorry if you're actually listening to this on Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube Music with your phone turned off, because I just, I'll be honest, I just keep saying that the, that the, like, the episode, like, the podcast is really centered around video when it should also be, where audio should also be prioritized. So, I'm really sorry. This podcast is both a podcast and a vodcast, a video podcast. But it's primarily a video podcast because there are a lot of essential um, there are a lot of essential elements of this podcast that can only be seen on a video. Like the set. This this place is absolutely fascinating. Minus the trek, you could actually enjoy being here, just, doing all this sort of stuff. And yeah, oh boy, the campfire's now quickly dying out. I don't know if this should be a 20-minute podcast episode or a 30-minute podcast episode, because if I would do a 20-minute podcast episode, that would just be very unnormal for this podcast, because for this season we're pumping out like long episodes. Okay, so I do not want to like break that streak of just releasing long episodes. So I will try my best to like keep this episode at about 30 minutes above. Matulog na ka? Oh. Ngano dito ba ka sa pikas matulog?
Buot kay mo diri.
Bisaya. Lagyan na.
Diri.
Ay, ikaw bala.
Gina, asa ka matulog?
Butang.
Gani ka kabalo asa ka matulog.
Sus, sabuton ra na. Pagkalas cheese.
Pero ka matulog sa pikas. Kasi ate ha.
Oo. By the way, me recording this, like I was sweating before I sat here. I think you can see my feet. Yeah, I think so. I think you can see my feet. Yeah, me just simply putting a chair and putting the camera at the top. I was sweating. I was absolutely sweating. Abi. Matulog ka na? Coin. Kanino na coin?
Wala akong wifi.
Kay Tita Marie ka maghingi ng pera.
Kanan siya.
Hanapin mo sa kwarto nila Kuan at Tita Shelly. Go. Yeah. I know this is like released a week after Good Friday, but I hope you had a good Holy Week, you know? Like, I'm still recording this at Good Friday, but so far this Holy Week is fine. Yeah, it was okay. We did not go to a very rural area like Claveria. Like we went to Claveria last year, but we're still in a rural area. I still don't have adequate access to the internet on this location, at least, and yeah, yes. Oh, magano ka? Okay. So, I'm just here, just filming, and it's it's a bit cold now, I would say. Maybe about 25 degrees Celsius. The temperature here in rural Iligan City is about the same as urban Iligan City. I live in the suburbs, but I occasionally go to the urban part of the city, and I'm here in the rural part of Iligan City. So, I'm just here chilling and enjoying the evening, this night. I really do enjoy it. Okay, it's like 8:51. I'll just continue to, I don't know, yap about something. You can leave now. I don't know what else you're going to see here. By the way, I have some plans to like change the releasing schedule of this podcast from Sundays and Fridays to Mondays and Fridays, because Sundays and Fridays is like a bit of a weird schedule, releasing schedule. So, you know, yeah. There will also be some optional episodes. Let me explain. Optional episodes is like episodes where are like a week late, you know, because I have two releasing schedules and I have about three options. Either I release an episode on Monday and Monday alone, release an episode on Friday and Friday alone, or the thing that I'm currently doing right now, release an episode on both days, Monday and Friday. now, I'm just, I don't know if I could continue doing 2 episodes a week of this podcast, even though my edit is like really, really unfiltered. There's no color correction in any way, shape, or form. I simply just combine the video and the audio and publish them on the platforms that I publish on. But we're popping. Naman. Oh boy, I think it was a bee that just went in there. Oh god. Yeah, I really don't know why you're still here. I'm a bit tired now, but we persevere. I'm just going to be here for the next 9 or so minutes, just doing whatever this is. Like back in season 1. Anyway, I don't know if I could call this episode Sikyop, because I'm just here rambling about stuff, like so much that I don't know if I maybe yapping. I could call this episode yapping, or yapping on location. You could, yeah, maybe yapping on location, or yeah, like yapping semicolon on location, or yapping colon on location. Uh, I don't know. I really don't know what to call this episode, because it's not just one topic that I'm doing here. It's like plenty of topics, so I can't just put all of the topics that I did on the title of this episode, because I don't do that. I don't do that. Okay, let me return to my original ramble. So back in season 1, I was in the same situation that I'm in right now. I didn't have a single topic on my episodes. So I was just there rambling about on here, just rambling on like this. I also saw like Dougie Sharp's video on TikTok, where he apparently had difficulties in releasing videos, releasing episodes on the music platforms. There's a platform where you could do that very, very easily. It's the platform that I use right now. It's this podcast, this episode is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form, but I would like to give a shout out to Red Circle. Red Circle is a podcast or an audio hosting platform where you could easily start for free. I did not pay for anything for my episodes and for all of my podcast audios to be released on Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. I just did it for free, It's a very. Oh, my phone just dropped. It's a Ano man, saka. Okay. Anyways, Red Circle is a very, very great hosting, audio hosting platform to start your podcast. If you have an idea for a podcast, but you don't think you have the money to like host a to release a podcast on music platforms, um, well, you could actually do that on Red Circle. You have like five options to release your music platforms. There's Amazon Music, there's Google Podcasts, there's Apple Podcasts, there's Spotify, and there's YouTube. I'm in four of the five platforms. Okay, I don't use Red Circle to release my episodes. I just upload it on YouTube separately. But then I just synchronize the uploaded time on both of on my platforms. All of the episodes throughout my throughout my four streaming platforms that I'm on, they're all released at the same time, 6 p.m. Philippine Standard Time. So, if you want to catch another episode of the Discordancy podcast and you want to stay updated, you have four platforms to choose from. Amazon Music, which you could use by Audible or Alexa. Alexa, play the Discordancy podcast S02E04. Like that. You could also go to Google Podcasts. There's no app for Google Podcasts, but there is a site on. There is a site for it, and there's a. I think you can access podcasts on the Google app. Yeah. Then Spotify, you just look up the Discordancy podcast. It's right there. It's the very first thing that comes up. And on YouTube, it's also the very first thing that comes up when you look up the Discordancy podcast. Anyways, yeah, you have so many, so many options to choose from to stream this podcast. I think they're now having fun there, but like I said, I want to make this episode last 30 minutes. So what else can I ramble about? Ano man? Ano man? Wala lang, sure ba? No, wala na. Okay. Anyways, I'm filming this on a GoPro because there are like 360 videos currently on my father's Insta360. The GoPro that I'm using right now, it also belongs to my father. So, yeah. Whoa. Sexy dress. Nah-uh. Nah-uh, my friend. Nah-uh. Okay, about a few more seconds. Maybe I should put this episode at exactly 30 minutes long, Maybe not. Anyways, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed me just being here, doing my shtick. Goodbye.